Hey, get focused. Welcome to distance learning session number 4. I'm Mr. Weaver. Today's date is Wednesday, May 6, 2020. And today we're going over chapter 7, which is all about decision making. More on that in a second. Most of you guys have noticed that I've switched to the Google Classroom platform. So if you ever have questions or concerns, first and foremost, go to Google Classroom and click on the word classwork at the top. Once you guys do that, you guys will see that I have everything mapped out in chapters. And if you click on a chapter, you guys will see my YouTube videos, helpful websites, oftentimes lists, charts, etc. to make your life easier. So you guys have that in Google Classroom, and as always, you can drop me an email. So today we're going over chapter 7, which is all about decision making. And for the last couple of weeks, you guys were working on chapter 6, which was basically working on career research. You were supposed to, in chapter 6, research 3 different careers and the lifestyles and the salaries and so forth that you might be interested in. In order to do chapter 7, the decision-making process, you have to have completed chapter 6. So if you have not finished all 3 careers in chapter 6, you got to go back and do those because you can't do chapter 7 without it. So anyway, chapter 7 for the most part is pretty easy. You've got 2 activities. Let's take a look. So I'm going to have my producers move the camera over so that we can see the screen in Weaver Studios. And here's what we got. I'm going to go to Demo Student, which is what you guys can see. And when you guys log in, that's kind of your screen. So I'm going to scroll down to chapter 7, which is decision making, and click on this one here. And no, we don't want to watch the video, heads up from Dane. The first one we're going to work on is make a career choice, activity page 177. So I'm going to click on that and open it up. So at the very top, it talks about goals, to identify a career that I will find satisfying. That's your goal for this activity. The first 2 boxes that you guys are going to see on this activity are my resources and my wants and needs. So what I'd like you guys to do is think about your personal profile, who you are, what you're interested in, things that kind of motivate you in life, and please give me 2 completed sentences, 2 or more completed sentences right there where it says my resources. The next box down says my wants and needs. Maybe that's a nice house, a nice car, a nice boat, a comfortable salary, things like that. Again, what I'm looking for here is, again, 2 completed sentences or more, and make sure they're in full sentences. Now, here's where the fun begins. When we scroll down, it says identify your choice. And you've got 4 different bars to select. Now, for some reason, this platform shows 4, but you only did 3 career research activities. So we're not going to mess with the 4th one. Now, just for examples, let's say I was interested in being a doctor, a nurse, or a lawyer. And let's say that I had already researched those in chapter 6 when I completed chapter 6. So what you're going to do here, if you've completed chapter 6, is go to the first bar that says select. I'm going to click on it, and if you can see this, the 3 careers that I've already researched are already right there: doctor, nurse, and lawyer. So I'm going to click on doctor. And what I want to do is make a list of pros. What's a pro? Being a doctor, helping people, great salary, making a difference. What are some cons? Okay. A lot of money, a lot of schooling, maybe not a lot of time at home. So you're going to make a list of pros and cons for each of those careers that you've done research on. Last but not least, the column over on the far right says probability of success. And so what we're looking for here is, if this is a job you're interested in and you might want to do it, what is the probability that you might be able to reach this goal? If you don't think it's very good, then you're going to say low. If it's average, you'd say medium. If you think you got a pretty good probability, you're going to say high. So we're going to type in the words low, medium, or high on this in terms of probability. Once we're done with the first career, we're going to go to the second bar and hit select. And I've already done doctor, so I'm going to scroll down to my second career choice that I did in chapter 6, which was nurse. Okay? And once I have that career up, I'm again going to list the pros to being a nurse, the cons, and probability of success. Once again, I'm going to list as being low, medium, or high. Last but not least, I'm going to go to the third bar, and I'm going to click and select my final career that I've researched, which I have a lawyer. I'm going to click on lawyer. Lawyer pops up. And again, I'm going to list the pros, cons, and probability of success as being low, medium, or high. Once again, I know the platform shows a fourth bar, but we're not going to worry about that because you were only supposed to research 3 careers. Now, down below, it says make a choice. Based on your evaluation of the career choices above, make a choice. It's time in this class to make a choice of one particular career that we want to focus on for the rest of the class. So if I was interested in being a nurse, I would click on nurse right there, or doctor, or lawyer. But long story short, you got to make a decision. You got to click on one specific career. Down below, you've got one more bar for a question. How realistic is this choice? Again, 1 to 2 completed sentences and you're good to go. And then don't forget to hit that finish button down below. Last but not least, as always, is the Chapter 7 checkpoints. Those are easy 10 project points. Go through and hit the agreed, disagree, not sure, and then hit finished at the bottom. And then you are done for the week. Again, if you have any questions, email me at mweaver, W-E-A-V-E-R, at njuhsd.com. Or you can drop me a message on Google Classroom. And once again, we will be using Google Classroom throughout the rest of the semester. If you have any comments or suggestions with Classroom, I'm all ears, as this is the first time I've ever used Classroom, and it seems to be going pretty well. All right, you guys, have a great week and stay classy. Bye-bye.